with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grande and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. If you really want to make sense of this market, you can't be listening to the fake business news network. They will not tell you the truth. They're to get you excited, to make sure you go out and you're happy so you'll buy something. That's not what we do here at Phil's Gang. We give you the truth, the direction, and that's what you need. Listen to me on my radio show each day and also on my Rumble and YouTube channel podcast. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. When the stock market is volatile, how do you invest intelligently?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's no need for you to be panicking in a market that goes up 800 points one day, 700 points, then it goes down again. All you need is good advice, need good direction. You don't get that from your CNBC and the Fox business and all these crazy shows. You don't. Here's what you get from them. Thank you, Jim Cramer. But this is something that this really bugs me. Listen to this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What? Their responsibility is to their partners and shareholders and not to you? Check my site out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need the experience of Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
What a difference it makes in your financial life. philsgang.com. It works.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Well, the market, we're in our second month. What I mean by that, November, December, your second best month all year. And November, December historically have been good because, again, of the amount of manipulation that goes around by the CEOs trying to build up a fat bonus check for Christmas or year end. But what we're seeing, too, remember, is we're starting to see rotation starting to come out of the 7 stocks that contributed almost 90% of the 20% gains in the S&P from January to December 4th. Now think about that. From January to December 4th, you had 7 stocks out of 500 contribute about 90% of the gains. That is so unhealthy. That is so scary. Because all you need is just a blip and it's over. I mean, when you don't have a broader base than that in the market and people are celebrating and these tourists continue to just pile in to these tech stocks. Now, I had my members, we were in these stocks and bank stocks and tech stocks We got in October, early October, and we caught the rally. I told them that we would get a short covering rally because those stocks were beaten down. If you recall, the market dropped from that January, and July rather, and that they would go in and start buying these stocks back, and that's exactly what they did. But now what we're seeing is they're rotating. I then had them rotating to like Coke and McDonald's and Carnival Cruise Line, trash stocks we call them, and Home Depot and Disney, and not Disney, I'm sorry, ITA, yeah, and what was the other one? Carnival, that's right, Carnival Cruise Line, CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. And those are all doing very well. So they're pulling money out of the 7 tech stocks, and they're buying all these stocks we call trash stocks. So what do I mean by that? Well, you take a lot of these CEOs, the majority of the fund managers, especially hedge fund managers, pension fund managers, they've been sitting on the sideline since October. And let me just get my chart here so I can give you the actual dates, because they've been sitting on the sidelines. I want to make sure I get you the right dates on this. And we had, and they made a huge mistake. Here we are, right here. Okay. Yeah, they've been sitting on the sidelines when the market dropped from July 2023 to October 13th, 2023. That drop right there, after it rallied about 28% from March 2023 up to July 2023, and it couldn't hold that rally. Of course not. The same reason it couldn't hold the rally from January 2022 to when it dropped down to October 2022. So it couldn't hold that rally either. Same exact reasons. So then they started to rally it again, and I said they're going to come in and they're going to buy those tech stocks, they're going to buy those bank stocks, and they did. Then I said they're going to rotate now and buy all this trash stock because a lot of the big hedge funds haven't made money because they didn't buy these big tech stocks because they knew how overpriced they are. I mean, they can't sit there and justify, paying these, these big PE ratios. I mean, they're not going to pay $150 for or $225 for every $1 of earnings or $77 for every $1 of earnings. Insane. So they sat back. So what happened was the rally comes, the tourists come and start buying these, and now they're left out in the wind. They haven't made any money. So, and I anticipated this, and that's why I had my members said, okay, let's go buy these trash stocks. And what they do is they all get together. I think I told you this yesterday. They all get together, and they call each other and say, let's move Disney, let's move Home Depot, let's move Carnival Cruise Line. And that's what they do, and that's what they've been doing. So, but those stocks, okay, they're dead in the wind. They're going to move, and they're up a little bit, but they've always made their money with the tech stocks. And for the tech stocks are really over with right now. And it's the people that are still buying these tech stocks, the tourists, they're going to get killed. They're going to get killed. They just think that these tech stocks are a silver bullet to retirement and nothing's ever going to happen with these stocks. They avoid anything going on around them. They're oblivious to anything going around them. And then you keep getting these lies from the White House. This was a beaut today. Listen to this one here. This was what they were talking about the other day about factory, not manufacturing. I've been telling you manufacturing is down big. And they keep saying, no, it's up. Listen.
Manufacturing rebounding at a faster rate than in the last 40 years.
Are you kidding? Listen to this.
The president's Investing in America agenda is bringing manufacturing back to America, strengthening America's energy security.
That's just plain a lie. That's not true at all. We just got some information today, some reports today from their government, that the factory orders are down big time. The factory orders has suffered their biggest drop in 3.5 years, They just got these numbers just came out, and they're telling you the opposite. And it's the 13th consecutive month of a contraction for new orders, for factory orders. So they knew when they were lying to us that they were already in a 13th consecutive month of contraction, but didn't stop them from lying. So they continued to lie and continue to say that he's hired 800,000 new workers. They're getting laid off. What's he talking about? Now, this isn't a year-old information. This is like 24 hours. So factory orders are in deep, deep trouble. Why? Because remember, one of the biggest contributions in money for people to go out and spend, they didn't have to pay their student loan, remember? They didn't have to pay their student loan. So they're using that money to go buy stuff. Well, they got to start paying their student loan. That's over with. They don't have that money anymore. That's one of the big problems. So they don't have those savings. Savings are depleted. Savings were at 30% during the pandemic. Then they dropped to 8%, which was the average for about 10 years, then dropped to 3% where they are now. So these factory orders that they're saying that manufacturing's rebounding, when factory orders are suffering the biggest drop in 3.5 years, but nobody will call them out and tell them they're lying. Why doesn't the people in the press room say, "Oh, wait a minute, will you read this for me?" But they go along with it. It's amazing. Amazing, isn't it? Now, one of the most important leading indicators, is new factory orders. That's like CEOs depend on that one. Why? Why is that? Because it's forward-looking. In fact, investors in the stock market depend on it. Why? Because it's forward-looking. It'll tell you what the stock market's going to be doing 6-8 months down the road.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grande, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real-world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Phil's Gang wishes you and your family happiness, joy, and financial security, working together to make 2024 another successful year at philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
You know, it's interesting. One of the biggest problems is the purchasing power of your dollar's not there. And when you were running around last week talking, oh, look at this, we're growing 5.2%. Everybody's looking around and saying, well, I'm suffering. What do you mean it's growing 5.2%? Well, it wasn't 5.2%. It wouldn't have been. The only way they got it to the 5.2% is they had the government spend enough money to get it up to the 5.2%. They spent 5.5%, the government, to get the growth to 5.2. And so everybody was. That's why last week they were saying something's wrong here. These numbers don't make any sense. And people even on CNBC came out and said that, which is unusual. And so the idea is, we're finding out now exactly what happened. The government went in and did all the spending. But going back to this rotation out of the tech stocks, okay, remember, they're getting exhausted. And when as soon as the big institutions aren't buying these anymore because they're worried about the breadth and they're worried about the PE ratios, the valuations are too high. I mean, do you really want to buy a stock? Its valuation is you got to pay $80 for every $1 of earnings, which means you got to wait 80 years to get your return back. No, I mean, who's going to do that? The big institutions aren't doing that. So, but going back to these orders where the White House is telling us how great the manufacturing is, they're bringing manufacturing back.
The president's Investing in America agenda is bringing manufacturing back.
None of that is true. 13 consecutive months, factory orders have dropped. So that's just not true. And new orders, okay, the biggest drop in 3.5 years. Why she's saying that? She knows that, but yet she says it. It's the biggest monthly drop since April 2020. But what are we told?
Manufacturing rebounding at a faster rate than in the last 40 years.
They just lie. And here's another thing they're not talking, and I talked about this about 3 weeks ago, durable good orders. You got to keep your eye on durable goods orders. Those are anything that lasts 3 years to 6 years. And they're the most important economic indicator. CEOs watch the durable good orders, as do the people who invest in stocks. People on Wall Street watch the durable goods orders because they're key. They're key to CEOs on Wall Street. They're keys to CEOs with companies because it's like the breadth in the stock market's always key. It's always reliable. So too is durable good orders reliable. It tells you what's going on forward. See, a durable good order is big ticket items like computers and equipment, industrial machinery, and all this kind of things. And it takes a while to build those things. So when you have a good number that comes in, it's looking out about 1.5 years, and it's telling you, wow, things are going to be good year, because you get the orders now, and it takes about 1 year to build it, ship it, sell it, to collect your money. So it's about 1.5 years. It's a great indicator. So if you get a lot of good durable goods orders today, we know 1.5 years from now, the economy is going to be terrific. But when you get terrible durable goods orders, on top of the lie that manufacturing is wonderful, and by the way, manufacturing, remember, it accounts for about 15% of our economy. That is huge, huge. So the durable goods order is an indicator for the CEOs. And when they see the CEOs see that the durable goods orders are down and they dropped the biggest in like 3 years, you're not going to get a pay raise. You're going to get laid off. You're going to get laid off. And then also, guys on Wall Street aren't going to invest in stocks because they know going forward, if they buy that stock today, that within 10, 11 months, that stock's going to be going down. So it's a hell of an indicator. It also tells you that a recession is near term. So when they lie to you and tell you, hey, there's no recession, that's a bunch of BS. So remember, a durable good order is one of the important indicators. We have these, what they call U.S. leading economic indicators. Or they call it the Conference Board of the U.S., and they follow a certain group of economic indicators, and they interpret them. And it's not, it's not politics. It's not the White House. Jared at the White House has nothing to do with these. He can't go and lie about these, and same thing with Jean-Pierre. Why do you think they came out and say this? Because they knew the number that was coming out was going to be terrible. That's why they came out and lied. So these numbers are important because you can identify what the stock market is going to be doing going forward. It's telling us right now the stock market is doing terrible. It's going to be doing terrible, okay, out in the future. Now that comes back to your PE ratios. When you're looking at stocks that have PE ratios of 144, 77, 60, even 30. The only people who are buying those stocks right now, those big tech stocks, are the tourists who have no idea what they're doing. And also, don't forget that with what is going on right now that people don't have that extra money in their pocket, it's all caught up now. They don't, remember, we had a moratorium on student loans, we had a moratorium on rent, we had a moratorium on home payments, we had a moratorium on car payments. That's all coming to fruition right now. Remember, we had all that money in our system, so it made it look like our economy was better than what it is. Now it's bam, 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 it's hitting us, and then we're seeing it with these reports. So anyone thinks that this market is just going to keep going straight up, no. This whole rally, again, we have the same problems. The problems I just went over now are the same problems that took the stock market down from January 2022, okay, when we dropped 25%, and then July 2023 when we dropped 28%. And now we got this last rally, we're up 10%. Why would this last rally hold when the same problems I am telling you now that exist with this 10% rally existed in that July rally and January rally, and they all dropped. So you got to learn how to sell short. That's the bottom line.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grande, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Become an expert investor. Here's Phil Grande of Phil's Gang Radio Show.
If you want financial freedom, then don't let Wall Street hold you back. Discover what they are hiding and how to thrive, even in a stock market crash. Unlock these secrets with a 10-day free trial to our Working Investor Program. Real strategies, no fluff. Take action right now. Come on, become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Just visit www.philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. From everyone at Phil's Gang, we wish you happiness and joy this holiday season. Join us at philsgang.com for a prosperous 2024. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, when you hear these, like, we got a 5.2% increase in growth. And regardless that the government made up 5.5% of the 5.2%. So in other words, if you took the government spending out, the economy didn't grow. But let's just put that aside. Let's say it grew. So it grew. But you got to remember what's going on. In the past 10 years, we lost 20% of our purchasing power. Think about that. I'm sorry. Since 2020, we've lost 20% of our purchasing power. In other words, in 2020, what cost us $1 now is costing us $1.21. And when wages aren't going up, and they're not going up, in spite of what we're told every day, especially where you want prices to come down, the critical categories, they're not coming down, they're going up. Give you an example. As of today, the energy still remains over 70% higher than 3 years ago. So when you hear how things are terrific, things are coming down, there's not going to be a recession, no, it's not true. Energy, again, remains 70% higher than 3 years ago. This is crazy. So in all, you're losing about, what, 45% of the value of your dollar in 20 years? Or 10 years? That's insane. So we're just slowly bleeding out is what's going on. So all these numbers they came up with and all the lies they're coming up with, especially this guy Jarrett. This guy is unbelievable outside the White House. And then you take all this defense spending. You know, when I told you about this yesterday, one of the biggest problems with the CHIPS Act. You know, it's one of the biggest problems right now is that with our all the money, the food stamp money. People don't realize how that is really affecting us. They are paying a fortune in food stamp money that reflects into our dollar, where our dollar, just becomes worthless. And who would think that? I don't have the number with me, but I was reading it last night at home, and I was stunned. The food stamps is what I'm trying to say. What it's costing us who do not receive food. The number was just insane. Insane. And then go and take a look at what's going on. My whole point of this, when they say that inflation's coming down, going to hit 2%, they're out of their minds. They're out of their minds. There's no way inflation's going to come down. This guy's spending too much. Look at the spending on Ukraine and the Middle East. And then add that to the massive entitlement spending that nobody's cutting right here at home. This is unbelievable. Right now, and we're not even done yet, the end of the year, right? This is up to the third quarter. Our deficit is $2 trillion. We're broke. So how do they get the deficit down? They have to print money. So when you print money, inflation goes up. And remember, if they're going to ask, they go to the auction, they want to sell bonds to everybody. Remember, the other countries come to the auction, they want more money now. Because remember, our credit rating has been, we've been downgraded by 2 different companies. I can't think of their name. One was Fish, and then I can't remember what the other one was. Fitch, and there was one more. I can't remember his name. But we were downgraded, so that means when Saudi Arabia goes to the auction and they're going to lend us money, they want higher rates. So anybody is telling you that we're going to go back to a 2% inflation, Fitch and Moody, thank you. Fitch and Moody. That's insane. We're not going to go back to 2%. You got to get that in your head. We're not going back 2%. So what you got to be doing with your stock portfolio, you got to make sure you're in the right stocks, but not just to buy. The only way you can protect yourself, it does no good for someone to say, come on in the office and let's reorganize your portfolio. Reorganize what? Into bankruptcy? I mean, you can move this one there, move that one there, and this one here, and 60% bonds, 20% bonds, 40% stocks. At the end of the day, if you don't short, you're going to lose your money. If you're in a 401k, you're so screwed unless you start hedging it. You got to hedge it right now. Start hedging it. Because everything they tell you, how great the economy is, and I mean, it's just none of it is true. We're normalizing? What do you mean we're normalizing?
I think we are normalizing from, what is extraordinary monetary, extraordinary fiscal policy, and we're just normalizing.
How can you be normalizing when we're losing 45% of the value of our dollar in 20 years or 10 years? How can we be normalizing when what cost us $1, a year ago is now costing us $1.21? How are we normalizing when energy still remains at 70%? Someone tell me, how's that normalizing? What's normalizing is the rate at which they lie to us. That's what's normalizing. This is crazy. And I know you notice this, as I notice it, that the prices we want to see go down in different categories when you go to the store are going up. They're not going down. What we buy the most is going up instead of going down. So the stock market is going to crash. I mean, nobody believes me. Nobody believes me. They think the market's just going to keep going up. All you got to do, keep buying the same 7 stocks. Buy the same 7 out of 8,000 stocks. Buy the same 7 out of 8,000. There's 7 stocks carrying 8,000. Never mind 7 stocks are carrying the S&P 500. The 7 stocks are carrying the other 493. No. The 7 stocks are carrying 8,000 stocks that trade every day. And those 8,000 stocks, we got, 7,400 are making lows instead of new highs? Or can't make new highs? They can't, and 60% of the stocks are underneath their supports. So we're following the footprint of the money. So we did very well with our banks. In fact, when we got out of the other day, we took money out of our tech stocks, not all of it, but some of it, and we put it into Carnival Cruise Line. So Carnival Cruise Line's up 17%. We rotated out of, I think it was NVIDIA. I think we took money from NVIDIA, I'm not sure. But anyways, out of the tech stock, we bought Carnival Cruise. We bought McDonald's, we're up about 7% in McDonald's. We bought ITA, that's been really good for us, 18%. That's the bond market. The bond market, everybody's shorting the bond market. We took the other side of it. I'm sorry, TLT, right? TLT is the bond market. Yeah, the other one is ITA. That was the defense stock we bought, the defense stock, ITA, and the ITA is up 18%. That's the one that's up 18%. the defense stock. We bought that about a week after Hamas attacked Israel. We bought that stock. So, in other words, there's no reason for you to lose money. No matter what the economy is doing, you should not be losing money in the stock market. If you learn properly how to invest, if you follow the footstep of the money, you got to follow where the money is going. If you just blindly buy Apple and Microsoft and NVIDIA every day, and you just keep buying, you're going to lose your shirt. The day is coming. All these people are going to get caught. And NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon. They'll want to run to the Amazon and hide when they got to tell their wife how much money they lost. There's no reason for you to lose money in the market at any time, no matter how bad things are, if you just know how to sell short and buy. It will help you do that. Join our gang. 10 days free.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why are investors listening to Phil Grande of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The holiday season is a wonderful time to be with family and friends, and a good time to learn how to improve your investing strategies in the new year. Phil Grande and philsgang.com can help. Join Phil's Gang and enjoy coffee talk, as Phil goes over the markets every morning before they open. Engage in live trading classes. With the Working Investor Program, you'll have access to the tools to control your financial future. Success in the new year is just a click away. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
From everyone at Phil's Gang, we wish you happiness and joy this holiday season. Join us at philsgang.com for a prosperous 2024. Now, here's Phil.
We do think that the elements are in place for a stable economy going forward. We're expecting a soft landing.
How can you expect a soft landing when something that costs $1, we're paying $1.21 for? It used to cost us $1. Now it's $1.21. I'm talking since 2020. 2020. Are you kidding? How can we have a soft landing when energy prices are still up 70% higher than it was 3 years ago? This is the truth. How can we have a soft landing when we lost 45% of the value of our dollar in the last, 20 years? And this is amazing. You know, they keep telling us Ukraine and the Middle East, okay, is contributing to our GDP growth. This is good. This is good, Biden was saying. It's helping our economy grow. So when you're spending money across the land, what did he say, across the water? What the hell he said? I almost fell off my chair. I said, what is this guy's nuts? Defense spending on Ukraine and the Middle East contributes to our GDP. What's it, free? Are you kidding? It comes at a huge cost. 1.7 trillion deficit. So what do we have to do? You either had to print it, because you got to pay for the deficit, or we had to borrow it. Well, we borrowed it. You know what the interest rate is that we're paying? The United States government is paying on the money that we're sending over there, borrowing, we're sending over to Ukraine. We're paying right now an interest rate of 5%. 5%, because the interest rates aren't zero anymore. This is insane. So our debt is at $34 trillion. In 2015, our debt was $407 billion. Now it's at 34 trillion. So we're paying $1 trillion in interest. And we're going to have a soft landing? So going back to the stock market, there's still no reason. There's two things going on here. There's the stock market and there's the economy. The economy has nothing to do with the stock market. The economy is about now, this moment, real time. The stock market is about the future, looking out. That's why the durable goods is so important to us, because we can tell what the stock market's going to look like going forward. Another year and a half, we know exactly what's going to happen. So separate the economy and the stock market. And if you just take the stock market and you just allow yourself to learn how to sell short, at the same time how to buy, if you have both those skills down, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be fine. But if you only have one skill set, buy, how do you make any money? Because you're going to give it all back. Again, when you go back and look at January 2022, we had a 650% gain going into January 2022 on the S&P. 650%. Bam! We gave like 25% right back. Right back. Why? It couldn't hold. It was unsustainable. And then when they try to run it back up again to get back there in July, from October to July, it dropped again. Unsustainable, 11%. Now we're running it from October 2023. we're up 10%, and everybody's sitting around saying, isn't this good? We're doing really terrific. The market's doing terrific. This is going to hold. Because inflation is we're going to get back to 2%. No, you're not. You're not going to get anywhere close. Look, right now, the stocks that we've been working on, and if you join us, you can work on. We started to buy when they beat to death all the regional banks. We bought the ETF KRE. We bought PNC. That was a great little bank. Nobody wanted this bank, PNC. Nobody was even looking at it. We bought it. And PNC was around 126. Today it's around 138. That was a nice little trade. CMA was another little regional bank. The PNC were up 9%. We got into CMA, and that's another little regional bank that's really doing nicely. We got into we bought all of them under an ETF KRE. That's doing terrific. So we're going towards those small mid cap stocks, especially the banks, because that's where the money's going to go. They're going to rotate. I'm telling you, if you keep putting money in these same tech stocks, you're going to get burned. And then Caterpillar, you have like today, for example, I had to buy Caterpillar, and just go in what we call a scout. Just start slowly with, let's see what happens in the next 3 days before we add any serious money. But Caterpillar, because that's what the institutions are doing. The big boys they're not in the Magnificent Seven stocks anymore. That's why they're rolling over. They're starting to roll over. They're tired. Another bank we bought was Regions Financial. We just bought that. Regions Financial. It's another one. It's only a $17 share bank. We bought that one. So again, we get. There's so many opportunities outside of those 7 stocks. And as I say, everybody's involved with these 7 stocks, they are going to get crushed. Now, one reason you're not going to see inflation come back to 2%, and they're lying to you, because remember, the American COVID rescue plan rescued nobody. The Inflation Reduction Act didn't reduce inflation. It was a lie. They labeled that name. They knew they were lying when they put the label on that name. There's no reduction of anything in that name. And then these omnibus bills, especially when they passed in December 2022, and then the one that's really screwing all of us, the Green Energy Bill. The Green Energy Bill, over 10 years, $90 trillion. We don't have any of the money. Every night when you go to bed, okay, we're broke. There's no money. By the time you wake up in the morning and your feet hit the floor, we're in a hole another $1.5 billion. That's right. And we have to go borrow the $1.5 billion, and we got to pay 5%. 5%. For God's sakes. Imagine the money that we are spending to Ukraine in the Middle East. We got to pay 5% on that money, and people think the economy is going to be fine, and you don't want to know how to short a stock? That's insane. Now, some of the stocks you want to watch also are the transportation stocks, like the rails. We bought some of those a couple of weeks ago. Those are doing well. So the railroads, those are going to, those have been doing pretty well. The railroads, I like those a lot. Those have been doing well. But my favorites though have been the regional banks, the small banks. And don't buy the builders, for God's sakes, don't buy the builders, or you're going to get crushed in the builders. A lot of people are going back and buying the builders. Buy the banks instead of the builders, okay? Unless you know how to short. If you know how to short, that's fine, then buy the builders. We still own XHB. That's the ETF where we own all the builders together. And but it's an ETF. But we're going to be ready to short it. We bought the ETF. I think it was around November 14th, and we're still in it. And we didn't make a lot of money in it. We got in around $80, and it's about 85, but we're getting set up to short it. So again, the answer is to learn how to short, not trying to find the hot stock. When you don't know how to short, all you do is buy stocks. You're really screwed. Because all stocks are going to go down. So where do you go hide? What are you going to do? Buy a mutual fund? What are you going to do? There's no place to hide. And when somebody says, come into the office, we'll diversify. Yeah, they'll diversify right into the poorhouse. We'll put 60% in bonds and 20% here. None of that works. Go with the trend. Go with the footprint of the money. If the footprint is walking away from the stock, you short it. If the footprint is walking towards the stock, you buy it. And we have the software we designed that tells you that. You can have it free for 10 days and work with us. See you on the show.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.